If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Question: the automotive supply to customer, inventory management, 55F, scope item describes an end-to-end process for automotive suppliers. Which of the following options does the scope item include to streamline and accelerate the process? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1 self-billing. Option 2 invoicing plan. Option 3 purchase scheduling agreement. Option 4 purchase contract. Option 5 evaluated receipt settlement, ERS. Question: how do you specify whether a material should be serialized? Option 1 you create an equipment master record for each individual piece of the material. Option 2 you enter a serial number profile in the material master record at plant level. Option 3 you must first define the material as batch managed and then create serial numbers. Option 4 in configuration, you assign a serial number profile to the material type. Question: what is one purpose of the supply protection, SUP, feature? Option 1 propose framework agreements with suppliers to secure supply quantities. Option 2 protect yourself from unreliable suppliers. Option 3 reserve quantities for a category of customers. Option 4 sell products in the sequence of incoming customer orders. Question: what are the prerequisites for using the SAP Fiori Test Your Processes app? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1 the quality system is connected to the test execution service on SAP Business Technology platform. Option 2 the test scripts are uploaded in the productive system. Option 3 the productive system is connected to the implementation landscape. Option 4 SAP best practices are activated in the quality system. Question: which of the following is a prerequisite for using automated receipt settlement, ERS, in a procurement process? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1 the indicator for ERS is set in the material master record. Option 2 the indicator for ERS is set in the purchasing info record. Option 3 the indicator for ERS is set in the purchase order item. Option 4 the indicator for ERS is set in the supplier master record. Question: where can you specify the rule to automatically determine the picking location in the outbound delivery item? Option 1 in the configuration of the delivery item category. Option 2 in the configuration of the delivery type. Option 3 in the plant data of the material master record. Option 4 in the detailed configuration of the shipping point. Question: how is the productive system configured? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1 through the solution documentation component of the SAP Solution Manager. Option 2 through Central Business Configuration, CBC, in SAP Business Technology Platform. Option 3 through transports from the quality system. Option 4 via the Cloud Application Lifecycle Management, COM, implementation portal. Question: what can you use the View browser app to do? Option 1, get a list of all available analytical CDs views and their artifacts. Option 2, display custom SAP views irrespective of draft or release status. Option 3, launch analytic cloud stories. Option 4, create, edit, and delete CDs views. Question: what is the effect of setting the freeze book inventory indicator in a physical inventory document? Option 1, the book inventory is determined for each material and fixed in the physical inventory document. Option 2, goods movements for materials in the document are parked until the count is posted. Option 3, the materials in the physical inventory document are blocked for goods movements. Option 4, the book inventory is determined for each material and fixed in the material master record. Question: which functionalities are supported by the SAP Fiori Test Your Processes app? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, migrate test plans for execution. Option 2, import custom test plans. Option 3, create or change test plans. Option 4, remediate failed test scenarios. Question: based on the SAP Activate methodology, which of the following tests are formal, and therefore must be documented during implementation? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, business process test. Option 2, unit test. Option 3, integration test. Option 4, string test. Question: in a direct material procurement process, what can you use app manage material coverage for? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, create forecast delivery schedules for the material being processed. Option 2, mark a purchase order change request to the supplier. Option 3, convert a purchase requisition into a purchase order. Option 4, revoke acceptance of shortage for selected materials. Option 5, TART and MRP run for the material being processed. Question: which of the following tasks can you perform using the Post Goods Movement (MIGO) app? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, display a material document. Option 2, create a material reservation. Option 3, post a component backflush. Option 4, post a stock transfer between 2 plants. Option 5, search for purchase orders. Question: which of the following scenarios can be performed either using or not using shipping activities? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, one-step stock transfer between plants. Option 2, return to supplier. Option 3, goods receipt for external procurement. Option 4, provision of subcontracting components. Option 5, goods issue for sales order. Question: which of the following capabilities does backorder processing in Basic ADP offer? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, maintain rules for automatic rescheduling and redistribution of materials with limited availability. Option 2, schedule jobs to automatically reprioritize and reschedule sales and stock transport orders. Option 3, maintain email templates and automatically inform customers about back orders. Option 4, schedule jobs that automatically set the deletion flag on back order items. Question: what is the purpose of the starter system in the SAP S/4HANA Cloud implementation project? Option 1: to demonstrate SAP best practices processes in a pre-configured system and identify customer personalization requirements. Option 2: to configure the customer and #39s personalized solution for demonstration and testing during the realize phase. Option 3: to conduct a blueprint workshop to identify all customer requirements for a completely customized solution. Option 4: to demonstrate the customer and #39s personalized solution, including process flows, the organizational structure, and authorizations. Question: what needs to be activated as a prerequisite for using a product allocation check? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: the availability check against product allocation in the context of AATP. Option 2: the availability check against product allocation in sales and distribution. Option 3: the availability check against product allocation for basic available to promise. Option 4: the availability check against product allocation per client. Question: what is the purpose of the batch number generated for the material quantity? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: sorting the inventory. Option 2: monitoring the inventory process in real time. Option 3: complying to legal inventory requirements. Option 4: storing specific characteristic evaluations of the stock lot. Question: which of the following key features does stock, single material app provide? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: display the stock of a material by plant, by storage location, and by bin location. Option 2: display the stock history for each plant or storage location for the last 11 periods. Option 3: indicate if the selected material is a slow-moving material. Option 4: compare the stock with the safety stock value defined for the material. Question: which technology is used to integrate SAP S/4HANA Cloud with other SAP and non-SAP applications? Option 1: SAP Change and Transport System. Option 2: Direct Connectivity. Option 3: SQL Connect function. Option 4: SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. Question: in which task is the preliminary configuration information gathered to help the configuration experts gain insight into the customer and #39s current processes? Option 1: business-driven configuration assessment. Option 2: solution definition. Option 3: digital discovery assessment. Option 4: fit to standard workshops. Question: which of the following are features of inventory management? Note: there are three correct answers to this question. Option 1: stock value management. Option 2: storage types management. Option 3: stock management at bin level. Option 4: stock types management. Option 5: special stocks management. Question: what are the steps for conducting automated business process testing? Note: There are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, assess data management. Option 2, correct and rerun failed test processes. Option 3, create a test plan. Option 4, run the test. Option 5, create a test system. Question: which types of datasets are required for predictive scenarios? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, apply dataset. Option 2, testing dataset. Option 3, active dataset. Option 4, training dataset. Question: which of the following options are available for creating inbound deliveries? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, automatically with a background job. Option 2, automatically when saving a purchase order. Option 3, manually with reference to a purchase order. Option 4, manually with reference to a material document. Question: how can shipped stock be monitored in the cross-plant transfer posting, 1P7, scope item? Option 1, as block stock in the delivering plant. Option 2, as transfer stock in the receiving plant. Option 3, as transfer stock in the delivering plant. Option 4, as block stock without plant assignment. Question: which activities can you execute in the Maintain Business Roles SAP Fiori app? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, assign business catalogs to a business role. Option 2, maintain catalog roles. Option 3, maintain restrictions. Option 4, assign PFCG profiles to a business role. Question: in a subcontracting process, in which process step doeth consumption posting of the components take place? Option 1, goods receipt for subcontracting purchase order. Option 2, stock transfer to subcontracting stock. Option 3, invoice receipt for subcontracting purchase order. Option 4, creation of subcontracting purchase order. Question: based on the SAP Activate methodology, which activities must you perform in the Explore phase? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, conduct the fit to standard workshops to enable customer business process experts and identify gaps. Option 2, use the starter system to demonstrate SAP best practices processes. Option 3, use the quality system to demonstrate SAP best practices processes. Option 4, configure the organizational structure and chart of accounts in the system. Question: which activity do you perform during the data load preparation? Option 1, define specifications for data extraction on legacy system. Option 2, resolve data issues from the simulation process. Option 3, simulate data load in the new cloud system. Option 4, fill in migration templates with legacy data. Question: the stock value is calculated based on price and stock quantity. Which date determinist correct? Quantity in the analytical apps for inventory and warehouse management. Option 1, the material production date. Option 2, the selected reporting date. Option 3, the purchase order date. Option 4, the goods receipt date. Question: in a supplier consignment process, which of the following steps is mandatory? Option 1, create a specific master record for consignment material. Option 2, create a specific master record for consignment supplier. Option 3, create a consignment purchasing info record. Option 4, create a storage location for consignment stock. Question: you want to manually record an initial entry of stock for a material. You should be able to enter both a quantity and an amount. How do you proceed? Option 1, use the Manage Stock app. Option 2, use the Post Goods Movement app. Option 3, use the Post Goods Receipt Without Reference app. Option 4, use the Enter Inventory Count app. Question: how are analytics capabilities built into SAP S4HANA Cloud? Option 1, they are extended by the user to a dedicated SAP Fiori front-end server. Option 2, they are installed as an add-on to the application. Option 3, they are installed on a dedicated SAP Fiori front-end server. Option 4, they are embedded in the same technical stack as the application. Question: which steps are required for data load preparation? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, determine data requirements based on scenario reviews. Option 2, review data load templates and determine data mapping. Option 3, perform full data load to determine the required loading times. Option 4, design programs or reports required to extract data and initiate data cleansing. Option 5, determine if public or private cloud is required for data migration. Question: in which implementation phase do you perform data load preparation? Option 1, explore. Option 2, prepare. Option 3, realize. Option 4, deploy. Question: what determinist set of data migration objects available from the Migrate Your Data application? Option 1, the selected business scenarios. Option 2, the selected source system. Option 3, the customer legacy system. Option 4, the selected target fields. Question: where do you enable a customer-specific field to be available for UIS and reports relevant for the same business context? Option 1, in the Custom Fields and Logic app. Option 2, in the Maintain SAP Business Technology Platform Extensions app. Option 3, in the Extensibility Cockpit app. Option 4, in the Runtime Authoring mode. Question: which document do you use to initiate a supplier return process? Option 1, a return delivery. Option 2, a return purchase order. Option 3, a return sales order. Option 4, a stock transport order. Question: what does alternative-based confirmation, ABCATP, allow? Note: There are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, replace a requested material with an alternative one. Option 2, substitute the delivering plant in the sales order item. Option 3, postpone confirmed orders with lower priority. Option 4, check against alternative sources of supply. Option 5, create partial confirmations in multiple plants. Question: on which of the following elements does route determination depend during sales order creation? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, the storage location. Option 2, the shipping point. Option 3, the shipping conditions. Option 4, the material. Option 5, the item category. Question: which of the following reference documents can you use to plan and post a goods movement? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, a reservation. Option 2, a purchase requisition. Option 3, a purchase order. Option 4, a production order. Option 5, an accounting document. Question: when configuring the product availability check, which of the following can you decide to exclude from the available stock? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, stock in transfer. Option 2, blocked own stock. Option 3, unrestricted use own stock. Option 4, subcontractor stock. Option 5, unrestricted use supplier consignment stock. Question: which of the following criteria are part of the definition of a stock management unit for the physical inventory in inventory management? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, warehouse number. Option 2, batch number. Option 3, material group. Option 4, material number. Option 5, plant. Question: what can influence the product availability check during the creation of a sales order? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, the customer. Option 2, the customer material info record. Option 3, the material. Option 4, the plant. Question: which of the following business areas are part of the line of business supply chain, but are covered in separate courses? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, transportation management. Option 2, inventory management. Option 3, advanced order promising. Option 4, warehouse management. Question: you want to create a purchase order for subcontracting. What must you do? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, in the purchase order item, enter the special stock indicator. Option 2, choose the appropriate item category. Option 3, choose the appropriate purchase order type. Option 4, in the purchase order item, enter the components to be provided. Question, what can you use the query browser app to do? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, modify in SAP created analytical query. Option 2, create and publish a query. Option 3, create your own tags for CD's views. Option 4, view authorized published queries. Question, which of the following process steps update the stock in transit? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, post a goods issue for a stock transport order. Option 2, create a delivery for a stock transport order. Option 3, post a stock transfer in 2 steps. Option 4, post a goods receipt for a stock transport order. Question, you create a purchase order that requires an inbound delivery. Which field must you fill in? Option 1, goods receipt indicator. Option 2, purchasing value key. Option 3, the QA control key. Option 4, confirmation control key. Question, from which sources can the system determine the shipping conditions during sales order creation? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, the sales document type. Option 2, the ship to party. Option 3, the schedule line category. Option 4, the material. Option 5, the sold to party. Question, which organizational units are directly linked to a plant? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, storage location. Option 2, credit control area. Option 3, company code. Option 4, sales office. Question, which of the following business add-in, BADI, functionalities can be defined in the app Create? Batch, MSC1N, with in-app extensibility. Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, specify batch management default by plant. Option 2, suppress the internal number assignment for batches. Option 3, edit batch specific material unit of measure. Option 4, generate batch numbers based on your own criteria. Question, why is decoupling your extensions from SAP S4HANA Cloud required? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, to enhance existing functionality within the application itself. Option 2, to ensure extensions do not conflict with SAP software updates. Option 3, to guarantee the stability of the system. Option 4, to allow customers to take advantage of predefined user exits. Question, which characteristics apply to a shipping point? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, several shipping points can be assigned to one plant. Option 2, a shipping point is assigned to exactly one plant. Option 3, a shipping point is determined when the sales order is created. Option 4, a shipping point is stored at sales order header level. Question, which of the following activities can be performed using the Material Documents Overview app? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1 reverse one item of a goods issue. Option 2 display goods receipts related to a purchase order. Option 3 display the stock overview for a storage location. Option 4 display a list of physical inventory documents by document date. Question: what can you identify with the top-down and bottom-up analysis in the batch information cockpit? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: which raw material batches are used to produce which finished product. Option 2: which batch managed materials are purchased from which supplier. Option 3: which batches are delivered to which customer. Option 4: which batches are delivered from which distribution center. Question: what are key activities of the prepare phase of the SAP Activate methodology? Note: there are three correct answers to this question. Option 1: user training. Option 2: starter system provisioning. Option 3: customer self-enablement. Option 4: data migration. Option 5: project setup. Question: what types of situations does situation handling support? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: role-based. Option 2: object-based. Option 3: event-based. Option 4: message-based. Question: where can you maintain custom texts that specific users receive per notification when a situation arises? Option 1: in a custom logic. Option 2: in a situation type. Option 3: in a custom communication scenario. Option 4: in a situation template. Question: in what phase of the SAP Activate methodology do you test the business processes? Option 1: deploy. Option 2: realize. Option 3: explore. Option 4: prepare. Question: which price is used to evaluate a cross-plant stock transfer posting? Option 1: the mean value of the material and hashtag 39S valuation prices in issuing and receiving plants. Option 2: the valuation price of the material in the issuing plant. Option 3: the valuation price of the material in the receiving plant. Option 4: the price that the user must enter when posting the stock transfer. Question: which resources do you use when planning a fit-to-standard workshop? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: test scripts. Option 2: legacy system configurations. Option 3: business process flows. Option 4: business process test automates. Question: you test the various options that SAP S4HANA Cloud offers for stock transfers between two different plants within the same company code. Which special features do stock transport orders have? Note: there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1: if necessary, you can post the goods receipt to block stock in the receiving plant. Option 2: the material on the road is managed in the stock in transit of the receiving plant. Option 3, you can optionally post the goods issue from inspection stock in the supplying plant. Option 4, the material on the road is part of the valuated stock of the shipping plant. Question: which of the following business document types can be prioritized for checks in the Release for Delivery app? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, stock transfer reservations. Option 2, outbound deliveries. Option 3, stock transport orders. Option 4, sales orders. Question: which of the following fields in the material master affects stock valuation? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, the material price group. Option 2, the valuation class. Option 3, the price control indicator. Option 4, the purchasing value key. Question: what are some characteristics of the supplier consignment stock? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, consignment stock is owned by the supplier. Option 2, blocked consignment stock can be transferred to your own stock. Option 3, consignment stock is managed specific to supplier at the storage location level. Option 4, consignment stock belongs to your valuated inventory. Option 5, unrestricted use consignment stock is available for planning. Question: what happens when you create a stock transport order with the specific order type for stock transport order with outbound delivery? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, you are automatically redirected to the Manage Outbound Deliveries app. Option 2, a shipping tab appears in the item details of the stock transport order. Option 3, the system automatically determines the shipping data based on master data and configuration. Option 4, you are prompted to manually input all required shipping information. Question: you want to authenticate employees in SAP Cloud Identity. In which app can you download a .csv file with the list of users? Option 1, maintain business users. Option 2, maintain business roles. Option 3, maintain communication users. Option 4, maintain catalog roles. Question: in case of a delivery without reference to a sales order, what are the prerequisites for a successful batch determination? Note, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, assign the default order type to a batch search procedure. Option 2, assign a default order type to the delivery type. Option 3, assign the delivery type to a batch search procedure. Option 4, assign a default order type to the delivery item category. Question: how can business users create new analytics content? Note, there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, create additional key figures in existing data sources. Option 2, change existing data sources by adding filters. Option 3, create new data sources via joins off standard data sources. Option 4, combine current and historical data. Option 5, change underlying database tables of standard data sources. Question: what are the available methods through which you can fill staging tables in the SAP HANA database of the target system? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, XML templates. Option 2, SAP HANA Smart Data Integration, SDI. Option 3, Customer and #39, SETL tools. Option 4, SAP Smart Data Access. Option 5, SAP SQL Anywhere. Question: what are features of the stock transfer without delivery, BMH, scope item? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, you can monitor stock in transit. Option 2, you can transfer quality inspection stock. Option 3, you can enter planned delivery costs. Option 4, you can maintain shipping data manually. Question: which of the following are outcomes of the Fit to Standard workshop? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, extensibility solutions to close gaps. Option 2, identification of source code changes. Option 3, solution impact on business processes. Option 4, expert configuration definition. Option 5, finalized scope and integration requirements. Question: a customer needs detailed customization to the standard forms and email templates. What solution should the consultant propose? Option 1, use the corresponding configuration items to modify elements of the form template. Option 2, use the Adobe Lifecycle Designer tool to edit a standard template. Option 3, create a custom UI with the custom fields and logic app. Option 4, use the output management apps to customize a standard template. Question: what are customers able to scope in SAP S4HANA Cloud with Central Business Configuration, CBC? Note: there are 3 correct answers to this question. Option 1, predefined scenario bundles. Option 2, public sector processes. Option 3, countries where business processes will run. Option 4, scope extensions. Option 5, non-standard scenarios. Question: when can you add relationships in the organizational structure in SAP Central Business Configuration? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, during content activation. Option 2, before initial content activation. Option 3, before defining the primary finance settings. Option 4, after content activation. Question: you want to implement cycle counting for some materials in your warehouse. Which settings are required? Note: there are 2 correct answers to this question. Option 1, configure cycle counting indicators. Option 2, assign a cycle counting indicator to the relevant storage location. Option 3, maintain counting dates. Option 4, assign a cycle counting indicator to the relevant materials. Question: You procure some materials exclusively via subcontracting. You want material requirements. Planning, MRP, to create subcontract purchase requisitions for these materials instead of normal purchase requisitions. What must you do for each of these materials? Note, there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1, set a special MRP group for subcontracting in the material master record. Option 2, create a bill of material with the components to be provided. Option 3, create a routing with an operation to be processed externally. Option 4, set a special procurement type for subcontracting in the material master record. Question: what are your options if an out-of-the-box integration between SAP S/4HANA Cloud and another SAP solution is not available? Note, there are two correct answers to this question. Option 1, integration tools. Option 2, infrastructure as a service. Option 3, unrestricted firewall. Option 4, custom CDs views.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.